I'd like to call the meeting to order. And at this time, note that this meeting is being recorded for live broadcast and televised replay by the Bourne Television. So on the agenda items, we'd like to get the approval from February 27th meeting minutes, and it'll be a roll call vote.
Do you want to read this part?
Oh, all items within the meeting agenda are subject to deliberation and votes. So, roll call.
I make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
Second.
Liz can't.
Just majority.
Were you here, Liz?
I can still second the
Okay.
motion now, I think. Here now.
You're here now. Okay, so motion made by John to accept the minutes. Liz second.
A roll call vote?
Roll call vote. We'll start with Corinne.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Abstain?
Yes.
Yes.
And the chair abstains. It's 5-0. Okay. Item number 2 is a request for a lot release. It's 11 Carlton Road, map 30.2, parcel 179, continued from 12/12/24. Does the staff have an update or request continuance to March 27th?
Yes, thank you, Vice Chair. I have talked to the applicant, and she wasn't available to be present tonight, so she's asked for a continuance to March 27th.
So move.
I will have a memo going out tomorrow regarding the parcel.
So move. Second.
Roll call vote again? And roll call votes,
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
and the chair votes yes. Okay. Number 3, application for site plan review, number 513, 220 Sandwich Road, map 25, parcel 1. The application is to construct a 325-foot square addition to the LPN Early Learning Center building at the Upper Cape Tech. Are there any comments?
Well, Nolan. You want Nolan
Okay.
to go on?
Mr. Leroy?
Hi, good evening. It's actually, just a correction, it's about 440 square feet. I know that's noted on the documents.
It's actually 441 to be exact. We updated it.
441. Yeah,
Thank you. Okay.
I don't have any.
So just looking to put a small addition off the back of the existing ELC room, which is also on the back of our licensed practical nursing building. Construction would be done by staff and students from Upper Cape Tech. Pretty straightforward construction, sprinklered buildings, so sprinklers are part of the package here. They're engineered and, again, pretty straightforward construction here.
Okay, is there any comments from the board or the public?
I was the reviewer on this project, and I don't have any, everything seems to be in order, so. No
Okay.
issues.
Then hearing none,
I move that we, well, do you want to read the, sorry.
Sure, do you want me to read
No,
this
my-
first,
Please.
the draft approval first? Okay, sure. All right, Mr. Chairman, I have reviewed this project, and the applicant, Upper Cape Cod Technical School, proposes a 441 square foot addition to the existing LPN building at the property located at 220 Sandwich Road, map 25, parcel 1. This addition would add space to the pre-existing child care center. The project is located in an R40 district, and it is allowed use under section 2220. Mr. Chairman, Vice Chairman, based on the Planning Board's review of the exhibits, testimony of the applicants, expert witnesses, and the record of the proceedings, the Planning Board has found that this project is consistent with the Town of Bourne zoning bylaw 1331 special permit criteria. Therefore, I move to approve the site plan review 513 in accordance with the following conditions. Number 1, defer to the Health Department for confirmation of sufficient septic system. 2, defer to the fire department for adequacy of emergency access. All Tier 1 documents as outlined in the building code shall be provided to the Bourne Fire Department. 3, confirmation of the conservation agent that the proposal meets conservation regulations. 4, defer to the appropriate water district for sufficient water capacity. 5, this permit is subject to all rules, regulations, and bylaws of the town of Bourne. 6, this decision shall be recorded at the Barnstable County Registry of Deeds Land Court Registry, and a copy returned to the planning board prior to the issuance of a building permit.
Vice Chairman, may I just clarify? It's not a special permit, it's just site plan review, so it doesn't need to be recorded.
Correct.
Okay.
Second.
Another question. On number 3, it says confirmation from the conservation agent. Is there possible wetlands or something up there that we don't know about?
Not in that area.
Not in that
I
area.
don't think so.
Yeah.
So,
Closest, that's the closest part to Sandwich Road.
because once they pull a building permit, conservation has to sign off anyway, correct?
Right.
So that wouldn't be further confirmation, would just be on that building permit? Because I don't see that being a necessary condition because there aren't any, but that's fine, I'm
Ms.
just.
Fitch did sign into the portal stating as such.
They already did?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could delete that
Okay,
condition.
we'll.
So do you want to delete that off of that?
Delete that addition.
Okay, so we will change the special permit to a site plan review, and then we will delete number 3, confirmation from the conservation agent that the proposal meets conservation regulations.
Second.
Correct?
Okay.
So it doesn't need to be recorded at the Barnstable Registry of Deeds?
Right.
Right, so we're also right.
We have a
Number 6
motion,
as well.
we have a second, and,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
Yes.
yeah, oh, yes,
Yes.
Yes.
the chair votes yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Board.
Mr. Leroy.
Thank
Good
you,
luck.
appreciate it.
thank you.
Good night.
Okay. Number 4 is an application for a special permit, number 2-2025, 6 Forest Park Drive, map 39, parcel 77.5. The application is for change of use indoor commercial recreational facility for athletic training. We have, you're up.
How's it going, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. So I'm looking to start up a,
Your name for the record, please?
my name is Michael Keith Bilodeau Jr. So I'm looking to start a baseball facility in town that we're going to focus primarily on pitchers, and we're going to open it up to other use since baseball is a seasonal sport. It's a great location. It's over by the new Dunkin' Donuts. We plan on opening up to other youth programs in our town if they might need a space to work out at, such as soccer, lacrosse, any other sports that need field space. This is something I've started back in 2015 and always worked up in Rainham, because there's a lot more towns up there and a lot more seasonal people on Cape. So this is something I wanted to start up in town just to prevent the drive and obviously be closer to home and family. This is where I grew up playing baseball, and to be able to offer something to the town would be special, not only for me, but the people that have supported me throughout the journey. So, yeah, that's what I'm looking to do.
Are there any comments from the board?
Well, I was the reviewer, and I actually just had a couple questions. One is, we know this, you know where this is, right? This is 4 and 6, okay. So it's a 5-bay building.
Mm-hmm.
Are you occupying the whole thing?
No, just Unit 6. It's a double bay.
Oh,
Yeah, we have 5,000 square feet.
so but Unit 6, the whole of Unit 6?
Yep.
Okay, so there's 5 bays in Unit 6, that's why I'm asking.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
fine, whatever you're doing
Yeah,
is.
so we have 2 bays within.
There's nothing wrong with
we
it,
have
I
2
just
bays
wanted to
within
know.
the building of 6.
Yeah, because it was a little bit confusing on the plan.
Yeah.
It's fine, actually, one way or the other, it's just like, just be clear. And then I just want to, this is all indoor, just so everybody
This is indoor.
understands
Yep,
that.
that's correct.
Other than that, I really didn't have anything to say, other than I think I don't really foresee this as a huge change or problem. I mean, it makes sense to use it this way. It's a change of use, it's not a dramatic change of use. That's my,
The bays on this building are all labeled A, B, C, D.
Yeah, I was just
and
gonna
you're
say.
be occupying A and B.
That's correct.
And
Okay.
the building is Unit 6. the different bays, and they'll be occupying A and B.
Which is, you know,
I love the concept. I think
you.
it's great. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
you,
no,
sorry.
no, it's fine, go ahead.
I love the concept, and thanks for bringing it to town.
Thank you.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm
it's great.
excited.
Yeah, it's a good use of the space.
It really is.
So, I'd like to move that, Mr. Chairman, I reviewed this project and the applicant, Michael Keith Bilodeau, proposes redevelopment of an existing commercial building into a mixed-use property located at 6 Forest Park, map 39, parcel 77.5, for a commercial recreation use. Excuse me. The project is located in a B4 district, and it is an allowed use under section 2220. Mr. Chairman, based on the planning board's review of the exhibits, testimony of the applicants, experts, witnesses, and the record of the proceedings, the planning board has found that the project is consistent with the Town of Bourne zoning bylaw section 1331 special permit criteria and section 4700 water resource district. Special permit 02-2025 meets the criteria for a special permit of the following: pedestrian and vehicular flow and safety have been met. The utilities and other public services are adequate. There are no proposed site changes. There are no impacted areas to the natural environment. No site changes are proposed. There will be no impact upon nearby developed premises. The business will be located within the existing structure. Existing visual impacts will remain the same. The project is consistent with the Water Resource District, and it will not have an adverse effect which overbalances its beneficial effects. There's no impact upon the town's needs for year-round housing. Therefore, I move to approve special permit 02-2025 in accordance with the following findings, terms, and conditions. Defer to the fire department for adequacy of emergency access. All Tier 1 documents as outlined in the building code shall be provided to the Bourne Fire Department. Adequacy of emergency access is deferred to the fire department. Defer to the appropriate water district for sufficient water capacity. The prohibitions of the Water Resource District under Section 4700 must be included in all leases and be visibly posted in an area of each leasable unit. This plan is subject to all rules, regulations, and bylaws of the Town of Bourne. This decision shall be recorded at the Barnstable County Registry of Deeds / Land Court Registry, and a copy returned to the Planning Department prior to the issuance of a building permit. Second that one.
I'll second that.
Motion made by Liz, second by Catherine. Take a roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
I had a question.
Okay.
For the staff, because this is a change of use from warehouse storage to recreation where people will be coming, did you confirm that the parking's sufficient? Okay. That's it.
You vote.
Oh, yes,
And
then.
the chair votes yes. Good question, because I was one of the reviewers when they built that building, and I know there's plenty of parking.
Yeah,
luck.
exactly. I
Thank
think
you,
that I
guys.
might not have
Yeah,
mentioned
good luck.
it.
Sounds
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you.
All right, moving along here. The next one is number 5. Application for a site plan review / special permit, number 01-2025. 10 Canal Street, map 11, parcel 29. The application is to construct and operate a marijuana facility. This is located in a B2 district, and this has been continued from 2/27/25. And we have Mr. Idzinski.
Come on, Zach.
Hi, for the record, Zach Basinski, professional engineer, Bracken Engineering. I'm here this evening on behalf of Mr. Michael Allen, who's in attendance, along with Mr. Ed Dow, who you met at the last meeting. Last meeting was continued so we could address some comments regarding the landscaping and site lighting. Updated site plan was submitted, showing existing and proposed photometrics for the building. We're looking at adding 3 new additional light wall pack units onto the building, 2 on the back and then 1 on the side with that. So based on the existing photometrics out there from the Starbucks and the MBTA lot, and then with this proposed building, we feel we have ample lighting for the area. We've also incorporated the previously approved landscaping plan that was approved under the Starbucks review. All the notes and plantings have been added into the plan set from the last go-around. The other item that came up at the last meeting was the window box and the window dressings. So after speaking with Mr. Dow and Mr. Allen, looking at building window boxes, and then inside those window boxes installing artwork. So either coming up with similar scenes that you see right here, or an alternative of working with some local artists and changing that out periodically through the window. And then third item was the overall building colors and toning down the colors so it matches with the surrounding area. Willing to work with staff on that, come up with some concept colors, test out the existing bricks, everything out there, and then staff approves that, that was what we'll go with. And we addressed all the other comments, and I'll turn it back over.
Very good.
Any comments from the board or the public?
I have just one. I like the artwork, and I love reaching out to local artists. I think that's really nice, and I think that will sort of bring more of the community together as well. So if that is in the plan, I think it's a really, really good one, so.
Thank you.
Can we talk a little more about the lights?
Yep.
I'm snake bitten about bad execution of lighting in town. The wall packs, I'm familiar with the wall packs, and I know they have a cutoff, an adjustable cutoff. Execution is key.
Yep.
I live near Five Corners in Bourne Village, and the medical building there has 10 of these, and there's no glare guard at all. You can see the filaments, essentially, what they're LEDs or something like that, and it's obnoxious. I mean, 10 of them. So I recognize that the police chief is probably going to drive the lighting plan. I just want you to be sensitive when it comes time to execute this, that they use the glare guard, which is adjustable,
Yep.
to hide the light source. The backside facing the highway is probably okay because it doesn't impact anybody. On the side, it's just the traffic coming on there. Just make sure it doesn't glare. And I'm fuzzy on at the front where you've got 4.2, 4.1, 4-foot candles or lumens.
Yep.
To the right side of the, what's driving that?
There's an existing pole that's there now, so that,
Thereabouts, right there?
yep, there's an existing pole that sits down right at the entrance, and then there's another
There it is.
existing pole to the right-hand side of the building that was installed.
Okay.
So that was under the Starbucks.
Is there any way to retrofit that a little bit to get those light levels down? The existing pole?
Yeah, we could look at the lumens on that and try to,
And just see, I mean, just some kind of a glare guard, just to try and have a cutoff effect near the street line.
yep. I mean, there's a vast width of lawn area from there, from the parking lot out to the layout. So the
Right.
road isn't centered, it's a large layout.
Just the idea of being conscious of the light source as you're driving up to that neighborhood, because there, you have neighbors.
Yep.
And then the other thing is on the artwork, I hope that's not plastered against the window. That is set back something, just have a little depth to it, just,
Yeah, give
just,
it a window.
the windows are that building's eyes, and I just don't want blank googly eyes or something, just think about that. I have no objections otherwise.
Hearing none, would anyone like to make a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
The chair recognizes the
Give me
esteemed.
1 second, I'm just trying to follow up with the conversation we just had. Yes, the applicant has worked diligently with the town of Bourne and the staff, and I definitely appreciate that, the hard work that the applicant has put in, as well as staff. So, Mr. Chairman, I have reviewed this project, and the applicant, Michael Allen of Chief Cannabis, proposes redevelopment of an existing commercial building into a marijuana retail facility located at 10 Canal Street, map 11, parcel 29. The project is located in a B2 district and within the North Sagamore Marijuana Overlay District. The proposed use is an allowed use under Section 4850. Mr. Chairman, based on the planning board's review and the exhibits testimony of the applicant, expert witnesses, and the record of the proceedings, the planning board has found that the project is consistent with the Town of Bourne zoning bylaws, Section 1230, Site Plan Special Permit, Section 1331, Special Permit Criteria, and Section 4850, the Marijuana Overlay District. Special Permit 01-2025 meets the criteria for special permit of the following. Pedestrian vehicle flow and safety has been met. The utilities and other public services are adequate. There were no impacted areas to the natural environment. Impact on nearby developed premises is minimized, and commercial abutters may experience minor impacts such as noise during construction. The proposed building is visually compatible with the surroundings. The project is consistent with the Water Resource District, and it will not have an adverse effect on the overbalance of its beneficial effects. And there is no impact upon the town's needs for year-round housing. Therefore, I move to approve Site Plan Special Permit 01-2025 in accordance with the following findings, terms, and conditions. Findings: 1, in 2022, the Planning Board approved Special Permit Site Plan 05-2022 for a restaurant, office, or retail use in the existing building, former Friendly's Restaurant, and a 2,250-square-foot restaurant, coffee, fast food, takeout with drive-through in the new second building, currently Starbucks Restaurant. 2, the applicant proposes to renovate the existing vacant 4797 square foot building, and there are no footprint changes. The project is located in a B2 business district and within the North Sagamore Marijuana Overlay District. A retail store greater than 1,600 square feet is an allowed use in the parcel according to Section 2200 and according to Section 4850. This parcel is allowed to operate as an adult use marijuana retailer with the following conditions: that this plan is subject to the rules and regulations and bylaws of the Town of Bourne. 2, that this decision shall be recorded at the Barnstable County Registry of Deeds, Land Court Registry, and a copy returned to the Planning Board prior to the issuance of a building permit. 3, deferred to the Board of Health for confirmation of sufficient septic. 4, deferred to the Fire Department for all Tier 1 documents as outlined in the building code shall be provided to the Bourne Fire Department. 5, defer to the Building Department for zoning Board of Appeals filings for the use of existing sign next to the highway. 6, signage requires a separate sign permit, Section 3240A, not more than 2 signs per separate enterprise can be attached to a building. 7, prior to issuance of an occupancy permit, provide the planning department with the following: a written approval with the Bourne Police Department of the adequacy for the proposed security system and standard operating procedures, a written description of the status of its applications to the Massachusetts Cannabis Control Commission relative to the establishment at issue or a copy such license is applicable, a list of any waivers or regulations that the applicant seeks to obtain from the Mass Cannabis Control Commission, or a copy of any such waivers that the Mass Cannabis Control Commission has issued to the applicant as applicable, copies of all licenses, permits, or other legal authorizations issued by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts or any other agencies to the applicant for the proposed medical use marijuana and/or adult use marijuana retailer. 9, the proposed landscaping must be installed per the approved plan. 10, storm water catch basins to be leveled and flushed to match the new parking lot pavement. 11, coordinate with public safety officials and engineering department as to the numbering and/or lettering of the buildings to assist with 911 emergencies. 12, any changes of coloring with the existing building needs approval of the staff. And 13, we need attention to the glare guards on the existing light posts. It's my motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second?
Second?
Okay, roll call vote.
No discussion. Any discussion on the motion?
Any discussion on the motion?
Good job.
With that, motion is made by Dan, second was made by John. We'll have a roll call vote, starting with Corinne.
Yes.
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 Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good luck.
Did you keep the Fribble machine from Friendly's?
It doesn't work. Just like the ice cream machine at McDonald's.
Mr. Chairman, can I introduce myself, just
Yes.
because I wasn't at the last meeting, and I wanted everyone to put the face to the name if I hadn't met you before, but I'm Mike Allen, I'm the owner and operator of the new facility, and also veteran-owned business, so
Good luck.
for those veteran supporters. But we're excited, I'm excited to be here in Bourne. I think you're going to be very proud of the facility that we plan to construct here. And I'm former law enforcement, if you didn't know that already. I was a police chief up in New Hampshire, so working closely with your department here, Chief Esip, I've already had a couple of conversations with, and he and I are planning to meet next week to go down and review the security plan that I've given to him and make any, work together to make any adjustments that he wants to see incorporated into the plan. So excited to be here, excited to meet you all, and I just wanted to introduce myself.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for your service.
Okay, now we come to number 6, discussion on amendments to the zoning bylaw for the May 2025 town meeting. And staff update?
Yes, I believe this is a continuation from you opened up the hearing, the public hearing at the last meeting, and so this is a continuation of it. And I believe I sent out comments from Attorney
Was
Bertram.
that a hearing or just a
It's
discussion?
a hearing. No,
That
it
was
was
a
a
hearing?
hearing. Yeah, this is the hearing.
Just a discussion.
No, this is the public hearing. And you got comments from Brian Bertram, and Doc and I had a conversation about it. And then I also talked to Attorney Bertram regarding the word brand sponsored, and he agreed. You can turn to page 7. And it's under, I'll wait for everybody to get there.
286.
Yes, okay.
And you see where the highlighted part is on page 7. So it's section 2886, special signage. And it's number F, brand sponsored signs. And Doc was suggesting to delete item 2 and item 3. And town council was comfortable with that. He thought it would meet his concerns.
Okay. I agree with that. We talked about that before at one of the meetings.
At the last one,
Yeah, we talked about that, I think. So, yeah, that's.
Are there any more comments from the board?
Is that all you need? Do you need for
that
the
was
changes?
it.
Do you need a motion to
Endorse.
endorse?
A vote?
Yes.
Yeah, need a vote, a vote to endorse, to bring this to the town meeting.
Chairman, I make a motion that we endorse the zoning bylaw changes as presented for the annual town meeting.
Second.
Second by John. And a roll call vote, we'll start with John?
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right,
Off it goes.
one more thing.
Lot of
Multifamily,
changes. Let's see.
multifamily housing, section 3A in the downtown district.
Okay, so I will give, a brief update on this. I don't know if you want me to go through, the purpose of the MBTA for the audience, maybe? That? Oh, okay. So, we were working on the modeling, the compliance modeling for all of the different parcels in the downtown. And I submitted it to the state for a pre-adoption review. So what we really need is a pre-adoption approval letter saying that when this goes to town meeting, it will be compliant. And in February, we met with the state and they gave us comment. So their comments were that the Main Street parcels that front on Main Street need to be removed because of the ground floor limitation. So we've been working on manually taking out those parcels, and also parcels that are not contiguous to other parcels need to be removed because it could be spot zoning. And they had a couple of other comments relative to the actual zoning bylaw itself. They read through the entire zoning bylaw, their municipal law unit did, and they will provide a letter once we send the modeling back and it meets the density denominator that they're looking for the 15 units per acre. And then in the letter, it's going to include comments relative to the site plan review special permit section. They wanted to make sure that that section didn't restrict the units to be permitted by right. So they just had a question about that special permit, how it's written in there. They also had a question on the section of the bylaw for development agreements. They wanted to make sure that didn't conflict with the by right. And I did let them know that the development agreement section doesn't pertain to the downtown district, so they understood that better. And there was a couple of more items, but they said that they would put it in their letter. So once we get the letter back, Brian, town council will have to review it, make sure that our bylaw is completely compliant with it, and if not, other sections may need to be amended a little bit. But overall, they thought that what was proposed to them looked great, that it would comply, but they just had concerns about a couple of other sections. So once I send that modeling back, we'll get comment, town council will review it, then we'll have to do some outreach, put stuff on the website, maybe reach out to the property owners to explain everything to them, and bring it to special town meeting in the fall.
That's,
Yeah.
that's my comment. Question was gonna be is, I don't think this timing is gonna be good for the spring. It looks like it's the fall.
Oh, yeah, there was no way with the, without having our data,
Yeah. No.
it just wasn't
Yeah,
gonna.
that's a lot to accomplish.
perfect.
Yeah, we made progress, but,
We're not the only one. There's 177 communities in the state
right.
that are force-feeding the state's one office to go through each individual one, so.
But the state's the one that opened up Pandora's box. It wasn't the town asking, it was the state demanding it.
Right, and they got probably overwhelmed with what their response was.
and I
They
did.
should have known.
I talked to town council too about, because one of my concerns was if special town meeting is October and November timeframe, the AG's office has 90 days to review it, which could throw it over the December 2025 time limit for compliance. So I think we'll be sending a letter asking if town meeting approves it, would the town be considered in full compliance at that time?
You need
It won't be our fault, be theirs.
Right.
You need two-thirds vote for a zoning change.
For zoning change, yes.
Can I ask one more question? And I don't know if I heard it right, that redoing the model to take out parcels on Main Street because of the commercial on the first floor. I always thought it'd be okay to have commercial on the first floor because it's always a flood zone, but what about housing above?
Mixed use is not considered
It's not?
apartments by right.
Apartments by right.
It's not, really.
That's too bad.
It's
That's so
multifamily housing by right, so they don't consider mixed use to meet that criteria.
Because we say you have to do it, you have to have mixed use.
And because
that's
the
on Main
ground
Street.
floor limitations, to have relief from that requires a special permit.
And you can't
So
require
that-
a special permit as part of
Right.
their bylaw.
So
The by right, yeah.
the net effect then is all of Main Street can basically be one level of commercial. And then, is that about right? I mean, you can't have housing over it, at least as part,
You
You
can
could
have
have market-
mixed use,
you can have mixed use.
yes.
It just won't,
not-
just
not
doesn't
MBTA.
count for this.
Under our
So it
current
doesn't
zoning.
count as the MBTA.
Right.
Under the current zoning, but if you
I
change
get
it,
it,
we're
I
able
get it,
to.
okay.
You just can't have
can't
multifamily
change
housing only
what's on Main Street.
directly
Because
on
first floor
Main
has to be
Street.
Yeah, no, because of
Still
our
do
flood
what you do
zone, we
now?
wouldn't do that anyway, so,
12 units per acre.
okay, I think we're on the same page.
Okay.
And then, yeah,
Properties facing
so
Main
we
Street.
literally are going through parcel by parcel
But
to
you
make
can't
sure we
include
get
that in the
everything
MBTA.
correct. Kind of like the
Like,
marijuana.
as you say, similar to
That's
marijuana.
exactly what it is. But, yeah, and
So
the
how do we get
compliance
the
model
MBTA to
is,
change that?
is,
How do we get the MBTA to
the
change that?
spreadsheet is probably like 10 different pages. It's very, it's more complex than I think communities thought it would be.
I think the work you guys are,
Conform.
staff and the board doing is pretty good, so.
Which
again-
there are.
Yeah.
Again, now we have
Right.
till the fall.
We approved
Yes.
the
Yep.
apartment.
So what is the boundaries that it has to be
It's only for 200
in
feet.
the multifamily
Oh.
housing?
Well,
The areas chosen were the downtown core,
Only for 200.
the downtown waterfront,
does all this
and
stuff that's
the gateway.
happening on the other side-
Those three, the neighborhoods weren't included in there. And the waterfront,
The stuff up on the
we're
hill
still
and
looking at that
everything
because
like
there's, only like 2 parcels in there. So, yeah, so with the modeling, you have to take out like land that you can't actually use, like open space land. So you have to go through all of this criteria to see. Yeah, but I think,
Bless you.
I think the area looks good.
So if they come off Main Street.
So anyways, before I entertain a motion, just to remind everybody, we have a joint meeting with the Select Board on March 18th, and it's the Planning Board and Select Board regarding the sign amendments. So it's,
March 18th?
March 18th,
Next Tuesday.
next Tuesday. And with that, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Aye.
Good.
Very good.
Oh,
Yes.
Fran, John, okay.
Aye. Aye.
Well, the ayes have it.
Just get it right in there, Dan. I like